Hi, and welcome to your local news station, XYZ News. I'm Hunter Harris, and I'm your anchorman. We are here with urgent information involving the war over in Vietnam. Our soldiers are fighting a hard battle in South Vietnam and are sacrificing their lives for us to be here right now. We have had 11 casualties in the past 2 days and 18 injured. Please pray for our families back at home and continue to donate canned food and warm clothes for our soldiers. On the bright side, it sounds like the war is coming to an end. Since 1955, it has been an extremely long 19 years. Today we have a special live stream from the battlegrounds over in Vietnam. Please tune in as we watch over to our on-site reporter, Denny Lester.
I'm here in Vietnam on actual battlegrounds of the war. There is no action in my area right now. The northern grounds are being invaded for the moment. I'm here to show all my viewers back home that what our soldiers go through every day. If you take a look around me, the land is destroyed and bodies are everywhere. Blood covers the whole area while the eerie smell of gun shells and bodies are in the distance. I have two men that are willing to be interviewed. Our first guest is a survivor of PTSD, which is a post-traumatic stress syndrome, or stress disorder. Sorry about that. Yeah, Chente. This is our guest, the PTSD survivor. So, Vicente, what was your experience of war like?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I've seen many of my fellow soldiers get shot in the chest. My most memorable memory was seeing my best friend get shot in the chest when he was standing a foot away from me. There are many days where I could just relive the whole experience, and days where I can't see in front of me because the skies are full of smoke. And the food was scarce at times. We lived with only a couple pair of clothes that were never actually fully clean. I am lucky my life was not taken away from me, even though sometimes I wish it would have been.
Why?
Well, I live in constant fear. I always wake up at night and I'm covered in sweat. I always have bad dreams. Not a day goes by where I don't have flashbacks to my days at the war. I get scared in big groups of people. So I at least think something bad's about to happen to me. This is the first time I've actually been able to come out and share my story with more than myself.
What has recovery been like in your situation?
Honestly, I don't feel like I had the worst case, but I know it's gonna stick with me for the rest of my life. I know that I have this disorder though, which is good, because of a lot of people don't like to admit what they have. I am open about it, and I will go through whatever it takes to have the best situation despite the case. Many soldiers that struggle from PTSD, and I guess I'm just one. I fall into that category. Sorry. The tragedy of violence will harm our minds. No one should ever have to see what I went through. The blood, the gore, the weapons, just everything. I just count my blessings that I'm still alive. Although I am proud to have served my country in such a tough time, I'm just happy to know that the war is finally coming to an end and I will be able to go home with my family.
I'm so sorry to hear about your disorder, and I wish you the best, Chente. Thank you for coming and sharing your story, and thank you for serving. Next up, we have recovering opium addict Dante Nickelberry. Opium has become widely popular during the Vietnam War and has strongly boosted the drug trade. From national news sources, it is known that chemists from Hong Kong associated with other men and refined opium into heroin. In the beginning of the war, 500,000 troops were sent over to Vietnam. The United States powers held control of the opium along with France and, of course, Vietnam. Opium is commonly used amongst the troops, and since refining heroin, its statistics have become boosted as well within 18 months of heroin being introduced to the troops. Between 10% and 15% were used. Now it is estimated that a striking 34% of our troops are involved with the use of heroin. It is readily made for our troops and have become addicts. Here's Dante.
What's up, players? Thanks for having me. I'm an opiate addict, but a recovered opiate addict.
Okay. Thanks for being here and for being willing to share your experience. So how's opium made?
Opium made, it's like a plant and it's dried. It's like latex. It is used. This is stuff that produces heroin. So heroin is getting more and more popular. It's not as more big as opium, but it's like getting more struggle to.
Okay. How did opium change your life for the worse?
It changed my life. I started taking opium before I got to the war. During when I got to the war, I started taking more and more, and it just changed my life tremendously.
You sound like you still like opium.
Well, of course I do. I'm not a recovering addict, but do you really believe that? I do it all the time, just like an opium hour ago. I did opium an hour ago.
Well, if that's the case, we should probably get you off the show. Thank you.
See ya.
Well, sorry about that. We thought he was in recovery. Well, now, you see what opium does to a person? Don't do it, ladies and gentlemen. It's played a big role in the war and for the worse, obviously. Opium has served as a refuge for the horrors of war. As our country is becoming linked into drug use, we are still working to end the war. Now back to the headquarters with Hunter. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Danny, and to our viewers, we're sorry about the opium incident. We would never support the use of drugs. This is a professional news station, so yeah. Please keep helping our soldiers. On another note, the Vietnam War has undergone drastic changes in American weaponry. It is said that our soldiers have become to prefer the AK-47 to our common M16 guns. Our soldiers are very poorly trained with the use of these guns. General William Westmoreland replaced our gun standards in recent dates. Recruitment for gun use is still available. Please visit your local war headquarters for more information. Thanks for watching and see you next week on XYZ News.